Hey everybody, it's Jim here, and today we're doing another guitar comparison. This one has been requested by several people in the comments section of the videos. Cheaper versus more expensive, but with somewhat of a twist, and we won't get to that until after we get to the playing. But first, let me tell you about the two guitars. The Epiphone, this is a Sheraton that was made in Korea by Unsung, bone stock. The Gibson, also stock, recent model ES-335. We're going to jump right into how these sound compared to one another using the Tone King Gremlin combo amplifier. It's going to be mic'd up by the SM57 going straight into our Apollo interface. Driven sounds will be provided by the Brown Amplification Protein and any reverb, Strymon Bellante. Let's hear them, and then we'll talk more after. All right, I'm going to try and get right to the point here because your time is valuable and so is mine. We've all seen these sorts of videos on YouTube, and sometimes I'm not entirely sure how much I can trust the video because there might be ulterior motivations at play. But about the second clip that I was doing between these two guitars, I sat back and I thought to myself, why am I even filming this? This is not even close. I thought the Gibson sounded vastly superior and it felt vastly superior to play. But as I continued on, because I decided once I started, I was going to damn well finish, I came away with a different approach that I was going to use towards this breakdown section. This guitar does need another setup. The last time this was set up was by me in California about 4 years ago. This was my father-in-law's guitar. I gave it to him and he just never played the thing. So the strings are in perfect shape, but could definitely use a truss rod adjustment and maybe just a little bit more tweaking here and there. The feel of this guitar is great. I really do like the feel of this. The neck shape is different than the Gibson. It's a bit slimmer. I believe this is a D shape as opposed to the rounded C that comes in the 335. But the biggest difference to me that was the most glaring are the pickups. These are very dull sounding pickups, but it's to be kind of expected at this price. The fact that this comes with a hard shell case or came with a hard shell case when it was selling new, I thought that was a nice touch. But if you're somebody who can get one of these guitars used, and I still see them up for sale between $500 and $600, I think it's a steal, and I think that this is a really, really quality instrument to play. And if I wouldn't play this guitar right afterwards, I think with a pickup swap and obviously all the other components along with it to optimize the usage and the power of the pickups, I'd be totally happy with it. And oftentimes on YouTube, it's like you have to have this best thing, or this is the only way forward, or you're always striving for something better. Well, no matter what the guitar is, whether it's just you want to upgrade from a Fender Telecaster that's made in Mexico, you want an American-made one, or now you want the custom shop one. And it turns out, if you're happy with what you have, and I think I would be happy with this guitar, and I think many people also would feel the same way, I don't see the big reason to ditch it if you already have it to get a guitar like the Gibson, despite everything that I just said about it being noticeably better in almost every single way. And sometimes we get in our own way, so to speak. But outside of that little moment of zen, I suppose you could call it, if I can put the guitar correctly on the stand, I do want to talk about the Gibson for a second because, my God. Yeah, even just sitting with it, this just feels like a much better instrument. The weight of it, there's not much in it as far as like the difference of the weight. It's just the balance of the guitar, the neck, the feel of it, the sound. This thing is just outrageously good, but you're gonna pay for it. You could buy 7 of those guitars for the price of one of these, roughly, give or take, if you're buying new for new. But it's just so good. It's just so good in a guitar that if you do buy something like this, you're not going to have to worry about making the changes that I was talking about on the Epiphone as far as the electronics or anything like that. And I'm not sure. I really do enjoy both guitars. I think that they're both great. They're both certainly meeting the needs that somebody looking for a semi-hollow body guitar would absolutely want out of one. But for me, yeah, it's a no-brainer because I already had the Gibson and I had this first. Going to that guitar was a bit of a step down, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but I mean, I'm just being real with you guys, and that's all I can ever do with these sorts of videos. But that's just my opinion. You're free to leave yours in the comment section down below. Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? And what are your thoughts on this kind of weird thing we've had built into us that we always need to have the better guitar? I know I said at the end of the day here, this was my clear winner, but I really mean it. I think if I just had this one and I had never played one of these, I'd be more than happy with that, with a pickup swap obviously factored into it, because that, yeah, definitely needs improving. Thank you for watching today's video. If you haven't already, please consider hitting a like and subscribe button. That helps me out big time, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take it easy, everybody.